Hello everyone, how is everybody doing? It's me, 24K Hector, and welcome to 24K Lurkana. I did it, guys. We made top 32 of Milwaukee DLC. I am beyond blessed. I am beyond thankful. Man, first of all, I'm beyond thankful and, blessed. The Lord himself, I wouldn't be here without him. But also, shout out to my friends, my sponsors, Top Choice Gaming, the Lurkana Cookout, all of you guys that gave me so much cheer and support along the tournament, and in Top Cut that went pretty interesting for sure. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you guys hit a like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys for being here. But I just want to talk about my journey because we did it. I had a great time, guys. It was so fun. It was definitely nerve-wracking there the last few minutes. What felt like hours waiting for the standings, right? Because I wanted to make sure I get top 32 and not bubble, which is something that definitely in the Cookout podcast we're gonna definitely address of how the tournament structure went and what do we feel about that. But we got 29th and we made it to Top Cut. 10 wins and 2 losses, guys. I'm definitely gonna probably be doing a deck profile of how it goes, and then how just the deck went because it performed very well. But first, I wanted to talk about the journey and what happened at Milwaukee DLC, guys. So kind of before we talk a little bit about my journey, I wanted to give you guys the day one kind of things, what happened here. So this is the representation that we got for day one. It's definitely pretty crazy because if you guys checked out my last video, which by the way, what 2 people came up to me is like, I posted that video because I hadn't had posted in a while and I wanted to give you guys something before Milwaukee, and it got very few views. But what's crazy is 2 people came up to me and was like, thank you so much for that video. It helped me pick the deck that I wanted to pick, and I was able to get my Mulan from it. So it's pretty cool to hear stuff like that and then hear that I got, that me posting the video, you guys, you supporting me, it helped me support you guys. But this is kind of the day one stats that we had from Milwaukee day one. As you guys can see, we had 1,934 players, 1,950, whatever you want to say, 1,900, 2,000. A lot of players, right? Blurple was 579 players. Yes, it took up 29%. It was definitely almost an 8% decrease from Bologna, but as we know, Bologna numbers were pretty ridiculous. So we figured Blurple was going to take a little bit of a downturn to maybe 32%, but I did not expect the 29%. But hey, 579 players, almost 600 of the 1,900 players. It's pretty crazy. Then we had Purple Steel right below it with a 480 at 24%. And then we had Amber Steel with 297 with 15%. So those were pretty much kind of the paper, rock, scissors. If you wanted to go ahead and combine dogs into the Amber Steel category, because we had put dogs into the Amber Steel category for the paper, rock, scissors format, it was 6%, which if you combine Amber Steel and dogs together, when they go at it against each other, that's a whole different story, right? Because dogs are our favored. But together, they were a combined 22%, which kind of paper, rock, or scissors, right? 29%, 24%, 22% if you combine those 2 decks together, that beat Blurple. Now, crazy thing is, Sapphire Steel, Blue Steel, the deck that I almost took, got a 4% showing, which was almost only 2% off of dogs. Dogs being only a 6% was pretty wild to me. I did expect more. I expected a lot of more pro players on it. I did see some pro players jump to Blue Steel. As we did see, it was kind of a deck that was going to be out there. It was kind of put secretive. But I personally did not feel fully comfortable. As you guys can see, and I'm going to show you to the top 32 numbers, I believe Blurple was still the correct call. I didn't have the picture here for the day 2 numbers of who made day 2, but Blurple was an astounding amount at 40%. 40% of the day 2 field was Blurple, guys. But you didn't have to just go to day 2, right? You had to go to top 32, and here are the chart for that. So as you guys see, top 32, guys, we have Amber Steel, Blurple, and Purple Steel, right? The paper, rock, the scissors. If you combine the dogs with the Amber Steel, you get even a higher percentage because dogs was at 16. So if you combine 16% with the 28, that had a huge representation. So in Top Cut, what was most likely gonna be in it and what was most likely gonna win? The decks that beat Blurple. But that's because in a 12-round tournament, Blurple is just going to take the most high representation. It's going to get up in the top tables. And if you just scratch your way off the first few rounds as an aggro player, you're going to continue to steamroll and go from there. So we got Dogs, a Purple Steel, Blurple, and Amber Steel. Amber Steel with 9 people, Blurple with 8, Purple Steel with 7, and Dogs with 5. I was very blessed to be one of those 8 people. When 8 people make it, and out of 579, it's definitely a huge blessing, and I'm glad. It was a lot of hard work, guys. You can see it in my gut. All those pictures I'll be posting, you can see it in my gut how much I had to dedicate some time into Lorcana, and let my gut grow a little bit. But we'll get back into the gym. I can physically train now instead. But we did have the three outliers, right? Remember we had talked about one outlier did not make it, which was Purple Green, but the other 2 made it, which was Green Steel and Blue Steel. I think we had talked about it in the podcast, and one Blue Steel made it, which was pretty cool to see. I didn't get the info on who it was. I think Lamb got eliminated early. I don't think he made top 32, so I don't think it was him. I also believe R&B was in Blue Steel, but he also kind of got eliminated towards the end there. But yeah, Green Steel, 1 Green Steel, and 1 Blue Green. I did say, guys, do not play blue-green for this tournament. I had called it. One guy did make it. Its conversion rate to day 2 was also not that great. But out of it being a meta deck, it got a pretty poor performance. But now, with that being said, that was kind of the numbers. I don't know how you guys feel about them. But we then have our matchups, guys. Me, personally, I want to talk about my journey a little bit. Here, let me show you guys. We got the Mulan for the 3 wins. And then we got the beautiful Simba. And then we got the beautiful Elsa. Also, if you guys see this and you guys are local and you guys are possibly interested in these cards, let me know. As much as I love these cards, sometimes I got to take care of bills, of family members, of my own hobbies itself. So definitely, if you are interested in this, let me know if you are local. That's for sure, and trustworthy for sure. We can definitely talk about it. I'll be posting a few more. If not from me, it'll come from my sponsor. But we're definitely gonna try to figure out to give these cards to the right hands, right? But anyways, with these beautiful cards, guys, it's very hard to get. We kind of did the math, and to make top 32, you had to be, with a 1,900 players, you had to be kind of 2% of the field, maybe a 1.8% of the field, which is extremely, extremely top heavy. I don't even know if there's a word above top heavy, but it kind of does suck to see people that made X2 that were in the bubble, right? That kind of sucked to see. I was nervous just hearing for standings, because if you go that hard work and you go 10 wins and 2 losses, and Ravensburger, the way their structure is set up, or Passive Time, whoever sets it up, tells you you are not good enough because you went 10 wins and 2 losses, that to me is ridiculous. Maybe you give them, the bubble players, the Elsa card, but not the invite, but you have to be compensated some type of way. With that being said, guys, I don't know if those of you guys were aware, whoever made day 2 did get 10,000 tickets. But kind of, if you think about it, the Mulan replaced the non-foil Rapunzel. This replaced the Cinderella, and this replaced the Rapunzel. But what replaced the Let It Go? 10,000 tickets. What were 10,000 tickets going for? $300 to $400 value. So yeah, a Let It Go was worth around $900. So think about that, guys. But I wanted to give you guys my journey. Before most, shout out to Aiden. You guys have heard the story about Aiden. It was amazing to see this whole, by the way, seeing all the friends and seeing all the people in the community get together and just support the top 32. It never felt like, for the most part, no toxicity from the event. It was a lot of love, a lot of friendly competition, and it just genuinely feels like the community all love one another. I love that, guys. let's keep that up. Let's not hate here. Let's keep the love going. But Aiden, shout out to him, 10-year-old boy, 10 or 11. Can someone fully confirm me his age? Because some people were saying 10. At first, it was a joke of an 8-year-old, but it was a 10-year-old. And then some people were saying 11. But shout out to Aiden because he took down a lot of the competition playing Amber Steel Aggro, which was apparently the correct call to get into the top 32, correct? And then I don't care what you say, you still have to be skilled enough that to play a 12-round tournament and then go into Top Cut and then for your Golden Mickey, beating the world champion DKP himself on the draw, I believe. Yes. So that till, I don't care if you're favored or not, that still takes some type of skill. You do not just get there and win that easily because some people that build Blurple, I promise you, build it to be Amber Steel. So shout out to him and Mickey. That is an awesome thing to see. Top 32, guys. I lost to Monica from Lorcana Duo. Shout out to her. It was awesome. I think, if I may stand corrected, I'm so sorry if I don't know, but I believe we were the only two from SoCal that made it, and we got paired into each other, at least from kind of our area. I could be wrong. Again, I am so sorry and apologize if I missed you, but we played each other, and it was a great game. We actually got to be on stream game 3. It sucks that they didn't show the full match, but it was just a crazy intense game. She won one game dominantly. I won the second game dominantly, and the third game was kind of spicy, but she definitely took away with it. I definitely kind of got stuck at 5 ink there, as you guys can see if you guys get to watch the stream. So my play lines kind of didn't work out the way it should have. But it was definitely close because that start of the right gave me a lot of removal. It's just she was already at the lethal damage, and I couldn't remove everything at that moment as she was going to be top decking after that. Crazy game. But yeah, shout out to her. These were my matchups. I'm going to post them right here. As you guys can see, I got a little bit of everything. I did not get to phase dogs. Yes, I did not get to phase dogs. With that being said, dogs was only 6% of the field. So I am still even more happy that I made the call to play Blurple because I did feel that more people are comfortable playing Amber Steel than dogs, which meant I was, as you guys are going to see in my deck, I wasn't terrified of Amber Steel. I built it to where if I win the die roll, I'm chilling. I am pretty good into Amber Steel aggro. I'm still unfavored, but I am not like 60-40, I lost. So I did build it correctly. As you guys see, I did face 2 Amber Steels in Swiss. I won one, I lost one. The one I lost, I think I missed ramp in one of them. So it was pretty rough. But then the one with Monica, it was definitely close. And it came down to who went first, right? But congrats to her. Congrats to all of you guys that made the Mickey. And now this is the deck that I played, guys. Boom. I wasn't going to do it for this video, but I'm going to just smack it all into one video, guys. This is the deck that I played. It was a great, perfect, defined list for me. I've never been probably more proud of a deck list built than this one. And the reason I say that, guys, is because I would not regret one single thing. I think, by the way, shout out to my teammates that kind of convinced me into some cards. Dre was highly talking about Develop Your Brain. I ended up putting 4 Develop Your Brains, which ended up being one of the best cards in my deck. As you guys can see, 1 Monstro, 1 Elsa, 1 TikTok. If it was higher than a 5-drop, you were a 1-of, because I want to be playing 2 cards per turn in the mid to late game. Obviously, Hades is the 4-of, right? He's the kind of the only one that gets an excuse. But that worked out great the whole tournament. Also being able to play 3 Ursulas, right? So I have 8 ways, Ursulas, to exert a character on turn 4 was very huge. And it came up a lot of the times. It came up against, I think, Purple Steel against Tiago. I think I was able to see that Ursula into the non-combo twice. Right, so which again, shout out to Tiago. I actually got to play him. He was one of my round 11s. It was kind of the win. If we lose, we're out. And then I was able to pull that off. Gladly, I was on the play, and then it kind of worked out in my favor. Right, Purple Steel could have a rough time, and that's kind of how the tables went down. But shout out to Thiago, huge fan. So just me beating him is, a huge, I want to say me talking about it, huge compliment to him and the player that he is, because that's a great kind of accomplishment for me to even do that, right? Um, but yes, that was one of my matchups, and then the three Ursula definitely came up. And as you guys can see, I went three Rafiki and three Basil. Yes, three Rafiki and three Basil, guys. So that was also better for me. I did not do four Basil, two Rafiki, and then I am glad I did that 3 and 3. And I am definitely glad I did the 2-star one finders for develop. I ended up cutting visions because we don't need it if we're developing our hand early with develop. It just, everything kind of just went great. It went smooth. This, I wish we had a longer meta into this, or a few more set champs, or huge big tournaments, because I just feel this was a great, just standard stock way to go list on it. I didn't try to get too cute. I just tried to do what the deck does best. But with that being said, guys, there's going to be the new set coming out. I'm going to be releasing the new set leaks and everything like that. I guess the least we will talk about the blue steel cards, the Blurple cards. I still believe Blurple's going to be in a great position. So how do we mold this deck? What are we going to cut out? What are we going to add for the new set? Since I still believe Blurple's going to be in a very strong contention, because being able to, even if everything is better, purples and blues getting some new additions too. So Blurple's still going to be up there, guys. Congrats to everyone that made it. Thank you guys for all the support you have given me. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Down below is going to be the description. I post a lot of my journey there. I'm going to be posting deck profiles there. Also, message me there for coaching. I had done it before. I was kind of not doing it. I did a little bit of it before the DLC. But make sure you guys message me. You guys have a big tournament. If you guys want to do deck building, I prefer a combination that has blue on it. But I definitely know how to play a few other decks. So just message me there if you are interested in that coaching for the future. But just follow me on Instagram. Let's keep the community growing, guys. Thank you guys for all the support. And we did it, guys. Oh, did I say? I'm going to Continentals. I'm going to be one of the very few and privileged people to be part of that big tournament. There should be way more players invited, by the way. But I am very privileged to be one of them and guarantee my spot. I hope to see some of you guys there, and I'll be rooting for you guys to hopefully compete with you guys at that event. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys until the next one. Later.